Light Skin Show, providing real life solutions for real life issues with a twist of hope. It's the Hope Show, helping others prevail every day. Hope Squad, DJ Aisha Shermaine, no last name, aka She, and the Hope Coach, Check.
This is the Hope Show. Yeah.
Welcome to the one and only Hope Show. How you guys doing today? It's your boy DJ the Millie coming out of Houston, Texas, right now at home in Houston, Texas. How y'all doing out there? Y'all come on in. Give me my likes, give me my hearts, give me my stars, like, share, all of that good stuff. Y'all know what time it is. It is Saturday, 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Today is February the 12th, 2022. It is Black History Month. Happy Black History to you guys out there. But let's go ahead and get this started. Let's bring in our next co-host to the show, Aisha Shermaine. What's up, y'all? Oh, we missing Aisha.
Okay, y'all. Sorry. I don't know what happened. Couldn't find my camera button, but I'm here. How y'all doing? It's me, Aisha Shermaine, aka She, no last name in the place to be with the Hope family on Saturday. Oh, sorry, y'all. Got a little excited. And anyway, thank y'all for being here today. It is the beginning of the week where we give y'all the best part of the week, our hope-filled show. With that being said, y'all know what to do. Y'all know how I like to ride and what to do. So let's start getting them comments. Let us know where y'all are watching us from. Go ahead and share the broadcast. If your platform says subscribe, hit that subscribe button. If it says follow, hit that follow button. If it say retweet us. Y'all know hashtag the Hope Show. This is us. Our hope is dope. Whatever you want to put on it. Go ahead and do that. Most importantly, don't forget to tag somebody. DJ, who they supposed to tag? Don't worry, I'll tell them. They mama, daddy, sister, brother, cousin, auntie, uncle, daddy, mama. Anybody everywhere needs some hope. So tag the people. And before we get into this show today, we got a special guest for y'all. Y'all seen her before. Y'all know her. We love her. It's one of our favorite brands. She ain't been here in a minute. We call her the brand enhancer, the confidence coach. If you don't know, now you do. Tanisha, where you at, girl?
Hey, Hope fam.
Hey, girl. How you doing?
I am good. I'm happy to be back on the show. I love coming on the Hope Show. Aisha all crunk, so let me raise my energy because she Aisha Shermaine with no last name. Okay.
Period.
Let's get it.
Good to have you here, DJ. It's all you, boo.
All right, y'all. So we got our guest co-host today, Tanisha Atkins. Y'all give it up. She's going to give us some great insight today of how she feels. But guess what? Y'all know what time it is. The one and only Hope Coach!
What's up? You just stepped into the neighborhood with the Hope Show. Welcome to the neighborhood where we help others prevail each and every single day. Every day, baby. Pull up and share and let me talk to you. Don't you know it through some things that got you feeling like feeling. This is your place of transformation and revealing. Just in your ground. I got a feel. transformed by the transformational coach. And check it out, you just getting one. So grab your pen up in your pad and take your notes to the assignment given by the hope coach. It's about to go down, your life about to shift with these words of wisdom and inspiration, taking you up on the elevation. It's like an elevator, tell your problems bye bye bye. See you later. Cause it's about to be transformation in the whole coach show. It's about to be transformation in the whole show. So welcome to the neighborhood, baby. We got the Hope Coach in the building, helping you to transform your lives, help you to deal with conflict and resolution. Matter of fact, before we get started, let's adjust your crowd. Is you a king? You a queen? Hope Coach, you ready? Welcome to the neighborhood. Let's go.
Woo! Hello, everybody. Hello. And welcome to this week's episode of the Hope Show. Y'all, I'll be back behind stage. I'll be so crunk. Listen, if you haven't adjusted your crown, I like it when, the song says, is you a king? Is you a queen? Tell your problems bye-bye because we about to fly high. So listen, this is a great place to be for hope. Here, hope is also an acronym for helping others prevail every day. We are the Hope Show. We are a faith-based life skills show rooted and founded in the Word of God. Our foundational scripture, Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the evidence of things hoped for. So we believe that it all begins with hope. So we always start out with a great question, right? What are you hoping for? What is your greatest hope? What do you need right now to show up in your life? Whatever you're hoping for, we want to be in agreement with you and let you know that it is possible. Where you at right now, it's not the end of your story. It's the beginning. Your journey continues. So I'm just excited to be here. I am Tan Tate. I am a certified master life coach. Currently, I'm in heaven, you guys, because you guys, most of you know my only daughter was killed in a motorcycle accident. But let me tell you, when God makes you whole, he makes you whole. So he added other daughters to me by love. Right now, I'm out here in the Midwest in the great state of Illinois. Y'all, that snow still is on the ground. It's clearing up finally. But I looked out the window and Tanisha, girl, I saw it was snowing again. So, we from the South. Anything that come out that look like snow, we're going to call it snow. So I ran and text Aisha. I said, girl, it's snowing again. She told me, no, ma'am, those are called flurries.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, what type of flurries are they? And she's like, well, since you want to play, you tell me. Because the word that was going to go in front of it was no, right, DJ? I'm like, come on now. Come on. Okay. But I want to just say hello. I'm going to turn it over to DJ because I know we're going to address some of the comments. Y'all, I look like we got a house full. So we're excited that you're here today. This is going to be a hope-filled show. We like to say that our dope is hope. No, our hope is dope. That's what I'm saying. I'm high right now. This is what happens when you get high, right? I mean, I don't know because I've never been, but they tell me, the word. Aisha and DJ have told me, that your words may, kind of flip on you or whatever sometimes. But we like to say that our hope is dope. And, when something good to you, you be telling somebody, come get a hit of this, come get a hit of this. So we're asking you to tag someone, share the broadcast, interact with us today. Listen, perhaps you may be in a place of hopelessness right now because we keep it real here. We know that life happens. We want you to know it's okay not to be okay. It's not okay to not get the help that you need. But you're in a great place to fill your hope tank today. All right, DJ.
All right, y'all. That is our master certified life coach saying our hope is dope. Let's get that corrected. All right, y'all. So I see you guys out there in the comments. Thank y'all for coming in. Thank y'all for tuning in. Let me see who out here. I see you, Miss Nita Thomas. She out here.
Hey, Nita. Miss Nita.
Christy Conley. Christy.
Krista, hey, sissy. Krista
Krista
Conley. That's my sissy. That's my BFF.
Oh yeah,
Best
I know
friend
exactly
forever.
who she is. Mr. Tate is here in the building.
Oh my goodness, Mr.
From
Tate.
Georgia.
Hello, honey. Y'all, that's my one and only. Hello, honey.
All right, Miss Jackie Cobb, Sprinkle Glam in the building.
Hey, Sprinkle.
Let me see here. The Life of Cherished Life is also in the building.
Hey, girl, with the new business booming.
Victor Mon Jr. He is from much love from
BMT
Beaumont.
in the house.
BMT, Rose Gold. Yeah.
Hey, Victor, we've been missing y'all. What up, BMT?
We got Ashley in the building, Sade Wilson.
Hey, Ashley, y'all, that's my daughter, y'all. She be texting me late in the midnight hour. Mama, you okay over there? Girl, I'm good, girl. I be texting her too, y'all, though.
And then we got Francisca Brown.
Francesca boy. Hey, girl. That's my other daughter by love. Repping H-Town. Hey, girl. I'm feeling the love today. Got me and my daughters by love rocking today, y'all. I got 3 in the house.
All right, y'all. So right now, that is our comments for right now. We'll come back to the comments a little later. Once we get some more comments and y'all entertainment, just keep in mind, everybody, getting those comments, let us know where you're from. And if you have something to say that retains to the show, let us know. We're going to read the comments and we're going to respond accordingly, y'all. All right, y'all. So let's get this going. Miss Lady.
Okay, awesome. So what we're going to do before we start the show today, I just want to remind everybody, I know Aisha did it, but listen, please make sure you like and subscribe over on YouTube. Please make sure you follow us on Twitter, follow us on the Gram, follow us on Facebook, connect with us, because during the week, we be pouring out hope during the week too, because sometimes you need a pick-me-up. And we have some exciting giveaways that are going on that you still have a chance to win. The giveaway from last week, I believe you need to go like last week's show, tag somebody and share it, right, Aisha Charmaine? Thumbs up. That's what you need to do for last week's show. And you want to be connected for what we're giving away today, because it is a phenomenal hope bundle. All of our hope bundles have been phenomenal. The person who won Sprinkler Glam hope bundle was like, oh, y'all, she did me right. So Sprinkler Glam, thank you, girl. We see you out there. We got 4, 5 on the calendar. Is that right, Aisha Charmaine? 4, 5, the 4, 5. We got 4, 5, 2, 2. Because we know that's when you do your relaunch. So we just excited. So today we're going to be talking about life topics. We kind of rotate. One Saturday we talk about hot topics. The next Saturday we talk about life topics. So today's life topic is about family, right? It's about family meetings. So we want to do a quick poll, and then we're going to open it up to the panel to talk. Do you have a family meeting currently in your current family, or have you ever had a family meeting? Just put in the comments and let us know if you are participating in family meetings. And then we're just going to do a round table and just talk about what is a family meeting? What does it look like to you? Because as the Millie like to say, how you see it. So how you see family meetings, and y'all, that's my segue, because I believe next week is the How You See It segment for the Millie. Just putting that out there. I believe I'm right on that. Yeah, I'm right on that. So let's talk about family meetings. We're going to open it up. We're going to start with our guest host today. She's doing double duty. My girl, my friend, my sister, Tanisha Atkins is here in the guest host seat, as well as the brand spotlight. So since you guest hosting, it's only courtesy to say welcome and, and give you the mic. Family meetings. What's your take? What's your thoughts?
I definitely think that family meetings are necessary. I think it can be something that can really save your family from being a broken family. It's good to get together and clear the air. A lot of times we go tell other people something that our family did to offend us. And I think, family meetings should be that place, a place of love, a safe place where we can come together to handle it within the family before we start to go out and, telling all these people all these different things that our family did. So I would definitely say that they are necessary. And yeah, they need to be held. Family meetings. I'm like Aisha Shemaine with the thumbs up today. So yes.
Okay. All right. Since she tagged you, Aisha Shemaine, your thoughts?
Tag I'm it. Literally. I would say me being older now, I wish we could have had family meetings when I was younger. I definitely think they are necessary just to kind of keep not necessarily in line, but just kind of know where everybody stands. If it's something going on crucial, if it's something, that maybe somebody did and it just needs to be addressed. I definitely think that's a good form of communication, especially family, that's in the same household. But even to the ones that are not like in your immediate household, like your siblings, your mama, if they don't live with you. I think it's just definitely something that should be done so that everybody is kind of aware of what's going on with the next. So if something out of the norm happens, it's not too much of a surprise. So I think that is something that is very good and very necessary and something that a lot of people don't do.
Love it. Millie, before we get to you, I just want to say hello, Nicholas Hines. That's one of our, he been with us, he been rolling with us from the beginning. I see he's in the comments. He's saying hello to everyone. Hey, Nicholas, we always like it. Nicholas is one of our die-hard replay Hope fam members because he can't always catch us live because of his schedule, but he is always in the replay. So, Nicholas Hines, thank you for your support. We love you. I see my twin, Keisha Simpson, done stepped in here. Hey, twin, she representing the booth. My cousin Renee is here. I see my niece, how she can do both, is in the house. And I'm just excited to have everybody here today. You know, um, DJ the Millie, family meetings, your take, your thoughts.
Family meetings. I think those two basically summed it up about family meetings. They are important for the release of the mind, kind of like a therapy within the family. So, I mean, they really summed it up. So, family meetings, I mean, they're great to just release things that need to be released, that tension, again, like a therapy. So, I mean, yeah,
Okay.
they did it.
I love it. And I see we have some comments in the house that are saying, yes, family meetings are a necessity with exclamation points. And I'm in total agreement, right? Because I like to think of it this way. Most Fortune 500 companies that are successful, they not only have meetings on the regular, they have mission statements, vision statements, then they have meetings because they first want to make sure that everybody has a clear understanding of what the goals are, what direction the business is moving in. So you got to begin to see your family as a Fortune 500 family. So we highly recommend that you host family meetings. And here are some tips on the content of your family meeting. Family meetings shouldn't only be held because you got something you got to talk about. Family meetings should be held as celebrations too. So every time you come together, it shouldn't just be we call it a family meeting because something is wrong within the family. It should be because we want to celebrate things that are right in the family. Your family meetings should be scheduled in advance. You should be having at least one family meeting a monthly. Everybody needs to be included in the family meeting. There need to be a parameter set, right? In other words, you need to let your family know that this is a safe place. It's not a place where we're going to talk and I'm going to hold stuff against you. Because parents, hello, parents, you don't always get it right. Children don't always get it right. So, in order for a family to be healthy, thriving, and successful, there has to be effective, healthy communication. There has to be feedback. Parents need to be open to feedback. Children need to be open to feedback. There should be an agenda for your family meeting. Everybody should have a voice. So, if you guys have decided that your family meetings is every first Sunday, by the fourth Friday of the month, the agenda should be in place and everyone should have submitted what they want to see on the agenda. And parents, don't be offended if your children may come to you and say, I'm tired of spaghetti. Because sometimes we be like, look, you're not grown, you don't have a job, you can't do this, you can't do that. You want to welcome all feedback and then come up with effective solutions. Talk about it. Parents, don't be offended if your children say, when you yell and scream at me, it makes me feel like I'm a nobody. Take the feedback and listen. Children, don't be offended when your parents explain to you why there's a timeline for you to play the game, why no phones are allowed at dinner. You know, we got to do a better job of businessing our families. We want results. So we got to treat the family in such a way that we can get the results. You know, the old saying is a family that prays together stays together. And I just like to add on to that. Yes, you got to pray. You need to worship together. You need to pray together. You need to play together. You know, you need to eat together. So for us, we all of 4 family meetings, you need to have one. So DJ, we'll go to the comments because I think I see Sprinkle of Glam has something that she's asking. Okay. So she's saying if there's a division, how can I host a meeting? She says typo, I meant if there's a division, how can you have meetings? The same way, I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna open it up to the panel. But basically the same way you go into your team meetings at work where there's a great divide, you show up, you participate, and that's the only reason to bring the division back together is through a family meeting. There's not a greater reason to have a family meeting than other than to address the division. So I'm gonna let the panel give their answers and then we'll move forward. Go ahead, Tanisha. What would you say?
Well, you know, to answer her question for me, I feel like if we're gonna have the family meeting and it's gonna be nothing, you have to be in agreement first of all. There's the powers in the agreement. And if you're gonna have the family meeting and you're not resolving anything and it's chaos, to me, you may need to take it to another level and maybe invite a therapist or something to the family meeting or something. Because I wouldn't want to have a meeting with my family if every time we get together, it's no resolution, you're not open-minded, you're defensive, you're not gonna get anywhere. So in that instance, I'm not gonna show up for the meeting if I'm gonna leave there crying every time. So I will see if the family will be open to let's invite a therapist. Let's get another perspective on it. Let's get somebody, that's not biased, that's gonna come in, hear us all out, if they're in agreement to save the family. But that is a good question. Sprinkle Glam. Hey, my sister, that's my sister Sprinkle Glam. I would definitely say try a therapist, child. If they don't want to do that, you just got to pray. Because for me personally, I'm not coming to no meeting to be fussing fighting every month. Although it's a good thing, but I ain't showing up. So
and I just want to say that is not if the meeting is like that, that's not a meeting.
Right.
That's chaos. It's kind of like love. Love is not designed to be abusive. If you're being abused in your relationship with someone, that's not love. So I wouldn't necessarily call that type of environment meetings. We're gonna let that's chaos. And then I'll let Aisha and DJ come in and respond to that. But I just want to say, for me, if you know that there is a divide with someone, get to the root cause. Because I like to always incorporate sidebars. Maybe you talk to that person on the side. You and that person or whoever the divide is with, you try to get them on the side. And then, because what I used to do when I was in the corporate world and I knew I had a family, a team member like that, I would go to that team member before the meeting. Now I'd be like, I'm getting ready to incorporate some change, whatever. And I need you. Let's talk about this offline so that when we get into the meeting, we can be effective. And I just want to say that the meeting doesn't always mean that everybody have to be in agreement, but it should be a healthy place where communication takes place. It shouldn't be like what Tanisha was talking about. Those are not meetings. Those are something else. But go ahead on DJ, the Millie. Give the millennial point of view.
So you kind of took the words out of my mouth when you said when having a meeting, if there's a divide or division there, is to separate the division individually to figure out what the real issue is, and then you figure out what the real issue is on the other side and try to bring that together to, find a solution to what that division is. So you kind of took that out of my mouth because that's exactly what I was going to say. But in any case, as you both have said, any meeting with a bunch of shouting and fussing and going back and forward is nothing but chaos. And nothing ever gets resolved when voices are raised anyway. Because somebody's gonna just tone somebody out, and nothing will ever get resolved. So with the separating of the division of the ones that are divided as such, it helps out a lot because you're gonna figure out what the root cause is and try to bring it together.
Love it. Aisha, before you come on, Sprinkle Glam said that she meant to say that everybody needs to be in agreement to meet. And and it depends on who's making up the meeting. Because if it's the parent, you are the leader of the family. So maybe your children are not in agreement, but they not also don't be in agreement to go to school, but you still have them go to school. So sometimes you have to make executive decisions to get them there. That's why you want to create an atmosphere where everybody feels safe. If somebody's not wanting to come to the meeting, what's going on that you don't want to come to the meeting? And remember, don't label the word meeting may be a little taboo because meetings don't mean that it's a bad thing. It's a good thing. Go ahead, Aisha Charmaine.
No, last.
I mean, you basically just summed up my final thoughts on it. I was just gonna say, make sure that when a meeting is called, everyone needs to be in agreement with it. It needs to be understood that this is not just to be shouting. This is just to air out any grievances. It's basically just to come together and be united as one. This is not necessarily just a shouting match and everybody get angry and nobody listening. We don't get anywhere. That's not the purpose of this. I think if we put in place like a purpose for the meeting, then maybe people will have better understanding as to why that meeting is being had.
Right.
So, I think this can go a lot of ways because we can say all day like people are gonna come and you got to be the head and this and that. But if I don't want to go to a meeting, how I see it, here we go. If I don't want to go to a meeting, I'm not going. And ain't nothing nobody gonna tell me or do to get me there. And my mama, she can say what she want to say, but I'm gonna tell her, Mama, I respect you in all ways, but I'm not going to that meeting because I know what's gonna happen. And in my mind, I know everything. So
right. And so and those are the individuals who sometimes don't advance the way that they should. Because on your job, because I've been your supervisor, when your job called a meeting, you went to the meeting. So let's just keep it real because we keep it real here. So why do we give more to our jobs than we do to our families? So I mean,
they cutting us a check.
They cut us a check. You gotta get paid the bills.
Exactly. Your family gonna cut you a check too, based off of the inheritance and the knowledge.
depending on what they cutting, that's not finna pay these bills to keep this roof over my head. And then when I don't have nowhere to go, I ain't gonna be able to stay with none of them.
And exactly the reason why you need to have a family meeting, because you don't never know that. We're talking about taking our families back from the communities, because I know a couple of people that you could go stay with. So let's just keep it. Let's just keep it real. I'm not gonna go there. But let's just keep it real. So you guys, you see how this is going, right? Family meetings, because even this panel can seem a little chaos. So it's up to whoever the leader is. So that's why I would recommend that the family meeting, you establish a facilitator, you establish a note taker, you establish a timekeeper, so you can keep the meeting moving forward. And it wasn't DJ, but I have had meetings on the job where people didn't want to come and they were disruptive. And I had to ask them to leave the team meeting. I'm going to tell you like what Joe would tell you, my mama always say, for every choice you make, there are some consequences. So those individuals who I had to ask to leave the team meeting, there was a set of different consequences for those individuals. Because what you're not going to do is be disruptive, be chaotic, cause confusion. Sometimes, we the cancer. We looking at everybody else, but it be us. It be us. I'm gonna talk about me, and I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna end this segment, because my husband, I saw him posted that we had a meeting today, because he called me, wanted to have a meeting, right? He wanted to know why he didn't get a Valentine's Day gift, and I had to explain to him that I'm his Valentine every day. That's the gift. So then he went on to say why men don't have a day. Everything is about the women this and the women that and the women this and the women that. He want a day. He want a day. He want a day. So ultimately, what I said to him is that it seems like he may have some underlying issues going on, and that I would recommend he have one-on-one sessions with either a life coach or a therapist to get himself resolved. Then we can move forward in having these meetings. Go ahead, Aisha.
Then say, I hope you listening. I just want you to know there is a day here in the Midwest for the guys, and that said day is called Sweetest Day. That is all for you. You guys can start celebrating that. That is every third Saturday in October. So make it a day. Make it a day. Get your gifts, and celebrate you. And I'm gonna make sure she gets you something this year, okay?
That's a lie. You can get him something because it's Sweetest Day. He can be.
I'm gonna make sure your wife gets you a gift for Sweetest Day.
But anyway, though, y'all, I really go ahead, DJ.
And the moral of the story is,
yes, that he's not.
Don't do my daddy.
He's not getting anything for Valentine's Day. His day. Listen what I told him, y'all. I told him his day is in August. He's like, that's my birthday. Okay, that's your day. And then I reminded him.
Now she dropped the mic after that, because that's not just his day. And then you got May. All right. Right after your birthday, you got Mother's Day. See, all his days are spread out.
We want to leave you with the twist of hope. So what I would encourage you is first work on you regarding family meetings. If you're the person that's saying, I'm not going to a meeting, maybe you need to change your mindset in order to get the results that you want from your family. It's got to start somewhere. So don't look at the divide. Don't look at, I really don't like that person. Look at, what can I do? Because there's a scripture in the Bible, and if Nita here, she may know it. It says that if it's possible, live peaceable with all men. And because that scripture is there, I know that it is possible. Because there's another scripture that says all things are possible through Jesus Christ. So it is possible to have healthy, wholesome, effective, thriving families. And those are my final thoughts. And then you guys, if I got one thing I want to add, go ahead on. No. All right. So we'll be back right after this break. Coming up on Monday, February the 14th, 2022 at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's the Gospel Flow Radio Show with your host, Houston's own K Moore, with special guests, Evangelist S. Hall and Dr. S. Murphy. In the Houston local area, it's 101.5 FM on the radio dial, or connect with us via Facebook Live at the Gospel Flow Radio Show. Connect with us on social media. Your Mondays just got better. All right. And so, there was two commercials because we got to play our bills. Our sponsor, we're so excited about HPTV is ramping up over on Roku TV. So if you've been out there, you need a place to expand your ministry, your dream, your brand. You've always wanted your own talk show. You've always wanted your own cooking show, your fitness show, your family meeting show, whatever type of show. We invite you to partner with us over at HPTV. That's the Hope and Peace Broadcast Network. And we can talk to you because right now is the best time to get in because the investment for you is relatively small. So you want to get in. And also on tomorrow or Monday, day after tomorrow, Valentine's Day, make sure you tune into the Gospel Flow Radio Show with the host, Houston's own K Moore. Got some special things going on there. So I'm so excited because now we're going to move into our brand spotlight part of the show. And DJ usually kicks this off. It's something he always say really good. So I'm going to let him do that. We'll show you a video clip of the brand, and then we'll have our brand spotlight with us.
All right, guys, y'all know how it goes. It's the brand spotlight. One of my favorite parts of the show on Saturdays when we have a brand here at the Hope Show. Now, if you have a brand and you want to be a part of the Hope Show, please let us know. Email us at hopethisisus@gmail.com. I got that right the first time, y'all. Ain't y'all proud of me? No, but if you have a brand and you want to be featured here, we will definitely do that for you. You email us, we'll email you back as soon as we get that email, and we'll go from there. But if you just want to be featured, you just want to tell us about you, what your brand is, how you get down, what it brings to the table, let us know here at the Hope Show. Now let's bring in our new brand, Miss Tan or Hope Coach.
Okay, so if you can go ahead and let's do the video introductory, and then we'll be back with our brand spotlight.
Hope Fair. It's the brand spotlight where we give entrepreneurs a platform to shine. Let's go!
Helping others prevail.
This is the Hope Show.
Yeah. Look, this be the Hope Show. Catch them on the FB Live.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And so, as you guys see, we have the brand enhancer with us today. She's not only our guest co-host today, but she sits in the brand spotlight chair today, and she's going to talk to us about branding, her brand, what she do, what it be like. So without further ado, with a great round of applause, we welcome the one and the only Tanisha or Atkins, the brand enhancer.
All right, Hope fam. I love being on this show. I'm just like so at home on this show. And I always thank y'all so much for always having me on to spotlight my brand. Y'all have always been very supportive. And I'm so grateful for that today.
All right, we're excited to have you. We're going to turn the question portion over of this to the Millie, because he usually be going in hard with the questions. So we're going to let him lead us through this process. Millie?
All right, first question. Well, I don't really have a question right now. I guess it's a question. So just tell us about your brand. Tell us what you bring to us. What are we looking at today? What is Tanisha R. Atkins brand? What is going on?
Well, I just got through going through the process of a rebrand, and that is important. When you're branding, you have to understand where your brand is, and you have to understand how you need to move your brand forward. Okay, so that is important. So right now, I'm going through a rebrand. I'm under Tanisha R. Atkins, and I am a life coach, I'm a mentor, and I'm the brand enhancer. And I know you might say, well, what does life coaching and mentorship has to do with brands? Because your brand always starts with you. However you are, that is how your brand is going to be. So if you're undisciplined, unfocused, and lazy, and half do things, those things are going to show up in your brand. So what I do is kind of help you brand from the inside out so that you're together, and the more you're together, you can build a better brand. And so I work right now with women entrepreneurs, helping them to rebrand. That, like I said, that is extremely important. A lot of people, let me, if I can say it this way, a lot of people that have businesses, what I'm finding is that they really don't understand branding. They think that branding is, oh, we're going to get a logo and have a fancy name and a tagline, and that's my brand. But it's so much more to it than that, because people need to be able to clearly understand what your brand is, who you serve, and you need to be able to clearly understand that as well. So part of that's part of this what I do, helping you to really understand your brand. You may have started saying, sorry, my background's a little noisy. You may have started saying, well, I want to start this business because I'm good at baking. Okay, and that's fine. You started that way. But then when you're talking about serving people, who are your products and all that stuff for? Like, you have to understand that so that you can know how to brand. What colors do you need to pick, and why are you picking those colors? So I just kind of help you just to brand from the inside out so that you can understand it. And once you understand branding, you can build any company from there. If you want to start another company, you can do that because your foundation is right. And I'm just finding that a lot of people, like I said, their foundation is not right. So you can't build those 6 layers and multiple streams of income when your foundation is not right. And so that's just part of what I do.
Perfect. Anybody else?
I love it. I love it. So, when did you identify that you needed to go through a rebrand? What does that process look like? What tips could you kind of give to for somebody to say, okay, I see me in that. It's time for me to do a rebranding.
Okay, I'm gonna be very honest with you. What I saw in that was that when people were asking me about my brand, I could not clearly clarify what I did and who I served. And that for me said, you don't understand what's going on. And so also, just looking at the multiple things that I do, I felt like the name that I had was not clearly representing everything that I do, because I do so much and I can bring so much to the table. I needed to brand under something that when you say I'm Tanisha R. Atkins, I am a brand enhancer. That gives me multiple avenues to go different directions without me having to have 500 business names. So for me, clarity, when you're not clear, if you can't explain to me what your brand is for without taking me around the mulberry bush, you need to rebrand, because it needs to be clear, it needs to be precise. You need to know who you're serving, why you're doing it, why you start the company. You got to have it together, because there's so many people out here that are doing what you do. So you got to know what makes me different. Why should they choose me? Because everybody is not your client. I know we think, hey, I'm going to just serve women, but every woman is not my client. I can't work with everyone because it's just some people you just don't mesh with like that. And so that's for me. I just knew I needed a rebrand because I needed some clarity. So.
Love it. Love it. Aisha? No? Okay. Well, I have another one while you
Okay.
thinking about it. Earlier you mentioned about why you choosing that font and those colors. And I know for me, everybody always asks me, or they think, because I'm always pink and black on my brand colors, right? So typically if you see a social media post or anything about me, it's going to be pink and black. So, and I use that across all social media platforms. And there was this one time where somebody messaged me off of TikTok, and she was like, I don't know if you know that there are meaning to colors. And so I don't know why you're using a black heart. If I was you, I would change that. Okay. I was able to properly respond, and I said, pink and black are my brand colors. And here's the reason why. Pink is a silent tribute to my daughter. That was her favorite color. Black reminds me that even in darkness, hope still shows up even in darkness. Sometimes we get in darkness and that's all we can see is the darkness. But it's a reminder that hope is still a part of the darkness. And I explained that to her, and she was like, well, I apologize. I just know in the Bible, they talk about colors, everybody want to go to purple and how it means royalty and all that. And I said, I understand that. And most people misconceive that my favorite color is pink, when truly my favorite color is that royal blue. That's my favorite color. But because of my brand, so if you've been out there and you've been wondering why you see the pink and black hearts, that's the reason why, because it means something to my brand. And if you ever ask me, I'll tell you. So when Tanisha was saying, if you can't articulate those pieces of your brand, then that's when you need to do a rebrand.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, the colors are important, but you're able to clearly communicate why you chose those colors. Everybody can't do that. Some people say, well, I just chose red because that's my favorite color. But what type of business do you have? You do need to understand what does red represent, because that is like the art of branding. You like you said, purple is known for royalty. Black typically, sometimes it's associated with death and stuff like that. So that's probably why she told you that. But the way your brand is built off of, basically because of the situation and everything that happened, this is a hope for you. It ties back to things with your daughter and how you're keeping that legacy going. So your brand makes sense. It makes sense, and it gives you opportunity to explain that when they say, oh, well, why do you have pink? Well, that's just an open door for you to continue to, share your story about your daughter and your triumph and overcoming that. So
I love it. So if I was to come to you, or if someone was to come to you and say, hey, I need your services, what could they expect?
They can expect to be, first of all, pushed out of their comfort zone. I'm going to hold your hand. I'm going to walk with you until you're comfortable. I'm not going to put you out there by yourself, but you're going to get a lot of clarity. You're going to get true understanding of what you're doing. I'm going to make sure that you understand every aspect of the brand. We're going to look at your website, and just so you can understand how you should be putting yourself out there. And what's supposed, I know we've all scrolled on social media and you run across this post and it's very touching. It's very touching to you because they've taken time to connect with you. And so a lot of people just don't know that those are the type of posts, if you want to sell your product or you want to offer your services, they need to be able to connect with you. And so a lot of people think, I'm just going to post a picture of my brand or my t-shirt or whatever, and they're going to buy it. What's a million t-shirts on Facebook? So why am I buy your shirt? I might like to say it, but give me a reason to connect. Give me a reason to say, you know what? I like her brand. I like what she's doing. I like the message that she's telling. So definitely you can just expect to have clarity, if I can say it that way.
Awesome. So what would you like to share? What are your, as we bring this segment to a close, what is it that you would like us to know? How can we reach you? How can we find you? And we have an exciting giveaway that we're going to be giving away, the Hope Bundle from Tanisha R. Atkins today. So if you can tell us where we can connect with you, anything that we may have missed, and we'll go from there. Okay. It looks like her device was, we lost her. Okay. So If she comes back in, we'll circle back to her, and if not, we will. I'll close out for her because I pretty much know some things. So at this time, typically we try to keep our show within an hour, but we may go over just a little bit today. So we're going to ask you to stick around with us today. We're going to move into the up close and personal piece. So let's just do that. And the up close and personal piece, it's where we're sharing our stories with you, the Hope Squad. And so today it's my turn. We've kind of been putting it off. So DJ, let's do the video, and then we'll be back on the other side of the video. Hey guys, I am Tan Tate, also known as the Hope and Conflict Transformation Coach. And thank you so much for being here today, for watching the Hope Show. Gets you in the game weekly. Hello to our Hope family, to the Hope Squad. We're so excited that you're here. And this segment is entitled Up Close and Personal. You've seen the other Hope Squad team members come and give you their story, what hope means to them, how they got here today. So I'm going to try to follow DJ the Millie, who showed us that he was perhaps a little bit of a preacher. I'm going to follow Aisha Shermaine, who definitely showed us about the strength, hope, and empowerment that she brings. And so now here I am, and I am the Hope and Conflict Transformation Coach. Here, hope is also an acronym for Helping Others Prevail Every Day. I have come to learn and live. That is what hope means to me. Because sometimes we have to be the hope. We have to be the hope that we need to see, that we want to see in our lives, in other people's lives. So, of course, we know that there is no hope like our God. He is the great hope. And because he is hope, then that lets me know that I too am hope. Most of you know my story. My only daughter was killed when she was 20, tragically in a motorcycle accident. Most of you know I went through a mental breakdown. Most of you know that I lost it. Most of you know that I have had a journey as a grieving mom, a healing mom, a whole mom. But I'm here today to let you know that broken things can be whole again, not put back together, but whole. And that's what hope does. Hope allows you to be whole again. So I'm so grateful to hope, how it showed up in my life, what it continues to do, how I discovered the purpose in the pain. And because there was purpose, I knew I had to prevail because of God's promises. I may not have said that the way I wanted to, so let me repeat that. There is always purpose in the pain. Because there is purpose, there is promise. And the promises are connected to God, so you will prevail. That's what hope means to me. It means new opportunities, new beginnings. It means getting up as many times as necessary. It means that when you're in the darkness of grief or any other life event, that you can tie a rope around hope. And you may say, well, what is hope? I don't even know. I'm hopeless. I always encourage people to begin speaking, I have hope. I have hope. Because what you speak, you give life to. There's life and death in the power of the tongue. And we have the right to choose life. Our words can bring life. So if you find yourself in a state of hopelessness, simply begin, I am filled with hope. Make that affirmation, make that confession until you begin to see the hope rise up within you. For me, hope showed up through praise and worship. I put it on repeat. And I just laid out before God, crying and letting him know how hurt I was. And he began to show up through praise and worship. My hope tank began to move. The needle began to move. And before I knew it, I was full. And once I was full of hope, I began to discover the purpose in the pain.
Started out with the walk of faith in honor of my daughter that grew. I became a certified master life coach. Started the Hope Show, Get You in the Game, because all of those things was connected to hope. I wanted to help others prevail every day. I wanted grieving moms to know that it would be okay again, that they would smile again, that they would breathe again. Because let me tell you, if you've never gone through the death of a child, it's like your heart literally stops. To take a breath almost kills you. But through God and his promises and hope, you will smile again. You will breathe again. You will live again. And that could be for any life event that you may be going through. Because I get it. Your greatest tragedy is your greatest tragedy. It doesn't have to look like mine. But I want you to also know that your greatest tragedy also can become your greatest triumph. And I sit here today and I say to you that what almost killed me ended up being the greatest triumph, the greatest life giver to me and my purpose. Whew, that kind of hit me here. So because I wanted to be hope, I began the Hope Show. Started with the iPhone and Taquita. You know, it was just her and I. And we just began to grow. And out of that came different hope initiatives. And it continues to grow today. You know, how we often say, you know, all it takes is a mustard seed of faith in order for that mountain to move. I like to say it works the same with hope. In Hebrews 11:1, it tells us that now faith is the evidence of things not seen, but hoped for. So whatever you're faithing for, it begins with hope. So I encourage you today to be a hope digger. You know, sometimes people say they're a gold digger, they're this type of digger, or whatever, but let hope drive you, let it fuse you. And oftentimes when going through something, we always try to get back to the normal. You know, we begin to say, I just want things to be like they used to be. I just want things to be like they was. The first thing I want to share with you as it relates to hope is that hope is about new beginnings. So stop trying to find your way in what used to be and ask God to begin to open your eyes for what your new norm is, for what your new is, for what your new season is. So in closing today, I just want to share with you that your story is not over. You're not that mistake. You're not that habit. You're not those negative curses. You are who God created you to be. And he knew us before he formed us. We all have a purpose. We all have a destiny. So if you're finding yourself stuck somewhere, latch on to hope and let it guide you. If you need a hope shot, a hope dose, we're here Saturdays, every Saturday, 5:35 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'd love to shoot you up with some hope. And then you can always catch the repeat, the replay. And we have so many great things happening. So I just want to let you know that this is the show to be connected to. Don't be shy. Tag your friends, invite your friends. We keep it real. You know, the Hope Show is a faith-based life skills show where we keep it real. We talk about real life issues with real life solutions with a twist of hope that's rooted in the Word of God. So that's a little bit more about me, up close and personal, with Tan Tate, the Hope and Conflict Transformation Coach. You can learn more of my journey and my story by visiting IamTanTate.com. That is IamCanTake.com. And I'll see you on the other side of this video.
I wish you guys could have been behind stage with us because the Millie been cutting up, y'all. Ever since we done deemed him preacher of hope, he been cutting up over there. So you gotta be careful when you start throwing out those labels. But that's my up close and personal. And I'm going to tie it into something that Tanisha said because she's back with us. Then we're going to get back with her. She began to talk about your brand, how you are your brand, how there should be clarity. So once I realized and defined that my brand was about inspiration, motivation, encouragement, and hope, different products of my brand began to surface. The Walk of Faith, the Hope Show, the Tea Time with Tam podcast show, now the HPTV. Just a plethora of things are happening. So once you know your brand, once you have clarity, my All Days are Good, Some Are Just Better, digital and even paperback products. I wrote the Coping with Change ebook. I have the Winning with Hope paperback book and ebook. I came out with the 12-month All Days of Living Some Are Just Better goal planner. So I say that my brand is all about hope. Excuse me. So other products begin to evolve once you know what your brand is. And so DJ, can you block him? We do have a moderator in the comments, and so we just want to take a moment to just talk about some common etiquette. We do have a moderator in the company, and regardless of what your last name is or your first name, you are blockable. Okay, so Tanisha, since we're bringing it back to you, that was my up close and personal. It was kind of hard to follow DJ and Aisha Charmaine because they really set the tone just about hope and what it means and everything. So I'm just excited to have them on the team. That's why it's important to have the right people connected to your brand. Everybody can't be connected to your brand. That's another show. Go ahead on, Tanisha.
Listen, I just want to say that video was everything. That video was a person who fully understands her assignment, who understands the necessity of the brand, who understands the necessity of the hope. And that is how you brand. You can't do that when you don't fully understand your assignment. So that video was just amazing. I want to see that video blasted all over social media because that is a much needed topic. So I know you probably didn't chime in to say that, but that video was just everything to me. So I want to just make sure I did tell you that.
Okay, right. Thank you so much. And yes, we're gonna put together all of our videos, and you will see them again. Even if you have to tune in to HPTV over on Roku and watch them there. But because we are growing. Remember, I said hope is about newness. It's about new things. New things are happening. So if you're struggling with any area of your life, I just want to emphasize the part I said about stop trying to get back to the norm.
Yeah, that's right.
When my daughter was killed, all I kept saying is, I want to get back to the norm. I want to get back to the norm. And then it dawned on me, things will never be that norm again, but they can be a new norm.
Right, that's good.
We go through the grieving process, regardless to the life event. It could be death, it could be divorce, it could be the loss of your job, the end of a relationship. We grieve for different type of reasons. Right. But stop, if you've been saying, I just want to get back to norm, stop saying that, because that norm is history. Your new norm is your present, and it's going to take you to your future.
That's good. That's a good revelation. I don't know nobody else receive it, but I definitely receive it. That's a good word for somebody.
Yes, it is. And that shook me to my core when I got that. It shook me and it did some things. It birthed things out of me.
Right.
So I mean, we can talk about this forever and ever and ever. But
Yes.
just thank you for your accolades regarding the video. You know, I appreciate you. I value you, your feedback. But we want to turn it back to the brand enhancer. We want to give you an opportunity for your final thoughts regarding your brand. Talk about the Hope giveaway. But before we do that, just let me ask Aisha and the Millie if they have anything they want to say about the video, because we kind of did circle back, so I don't know if you guys want to say anything. I just want to extend the offer.
I don't want to say nothing too long because I know I can go way back. But I do want to say that I love these videos. I really, really like these videos that we've done, especially mine, yours, and Aisha Shemaine's, no less. Dang. Um, so I really like these videos. I really like the idea of these videos. They are hope, they are inspiration, they are
Up
um,
close and personal with the
up
whole.
close and personal, yes.
That's it.
And my up close and personal from let's go back to back in the day when we really got up close and personal, and I didn't like her at all. But hey, time moves on. She just said it right now. The new norm, time moves on.
Yes.
So I just want to keep that short because I really want to tell y'all the story, but I think y'all heard it before, but we're gonna keep it like that. But
We'll
right.
have to do we'll have to do like an after hours show about our videos where we can chop it up and cut it up. We'll do that. Aisha Shermaine.
I am in total agreement with DJ. Definitely love these videos. Been trying to get the whole squad to do these videos when it was more on the panel, y'all. They wasn't rocking with me, but we here and we up close and personal. And I just want to say, I'm opposite of DJ. I always had a connection with the coach. I always knew it was something in her that was for me. So I always been right there since day one. So love you, coach. Do your thing.
Yes. Right. And I love you too. And even though DJ didn't like me, he still had to deal with me because I was his supervisor. And and another thing we want to just a little bit, it was back at a time when he was more, you had different people influencing you. So when you're younger, you tend to think people have your best interests at heart. So you just go, sometimes, you get caught up in leadership. That's why it's important if you're a leader that you be leading people in the right way. If you're a leader, you be leading your family in the right way because sometimes they will follow you where you go. So it's important. And God always knows, I still say, even though he was in the place he was, the space, he still was right there with me, and never left. So him and Aisha, have always just been right there. One needing a whooping, and the other one just there with love.
I know which one I am.
So, Tanisha, girl, as we end today's show, we've kind of gone over a little bit, but it was much needed. We thank those who stuck around, who have stood and stayed with us throughout today's show. We love you. We're gonna get to our shout outs, but we want to give our brand spotlight and our special guest co-host back the mic to kind of bring it on home about the brand enhancer and talk about our giveaway that we're going to be giving away. Tanisha R. Atkins is now on the mic.
Okay, there I am. Okay, so what did you do? Want me to talk about the giveaway, and what else you wanted me to talk about?
Just how we can connect with you, how they can find you. Somebody may watch this and say, "Oh my goodness, I need a rebrand. I need to be enhanced."
Yes. Okay.
So,
well, my website is actually it'll be up this week. So my website is TanishaRAtkins.com, and at the website you will find all my contact information. You can set up strategy calls, and I would say, if you don't understand what you're doing with your brand, but you have a good product and it's something that you want to build layers and create multiple streams of income, and you really want to get that foundation right. Maybe you don't understand what you're doing. Maybe you're good at the, product and doing the business side, but when it comes to branding, that's just really not your thing. I would definitely tell you for right now, just to inbox me for right now till that website gets up and running. Inbox me, let's connect. I do have a special going on right now that's actually starting in March. And for 6 months, we will work together with the rebrand. I'll teach you about media training, podcast training, and all the things you need to know about your brand. So for 6 months, that special is $500. That's a really good price because some people charge that monthly. I don't know if y'all out here in these branding culture streets, but that is a really good special. That's for 6 months. We'll work one on one, and I'll teach you everything that you need to know. Like I said, to build that multi-million-dollar brand. So if you're interested in that, for now you can inbox me. Until that website is up this week. Let's connect. I'm ready when you're ready. And I believe that we doing something like that for the Hope giveaway. The Hope Squad, the Hope fam has decided that. Am I supposed to tell that? Because I don't want to overstep my boundaries. Did you want
Okay,
me to say
step back
that?
then.
Okay.
Go back to
Let me
them
step back.
coaching and consulting streets. Okay.
Okay, let me step
So
back.
a part of the
Amen.
Hope Show is that we always like to support our brands when they come on. So, Mr. Tate, here's your present. So we're going to sponsor one. We're going to do one giveaway for the 6 month training period. But there are some requirements. You know, with any giveaway that we do, you need to like, comment, and tag this episode of the Hope Show. In addition to that, because this is such a valuable, not that the other ones are not, but it's more time constraint,
Right.
you will have, from the time the winner is chosen, you will have 24 hours to claim and schedule your pre interview to determine if this is a good fit, because we're not going to do this giveaway for someone who's not going to take advantage of it, who's not
Right.
going to get the full reward of this. We're looking for an individual who is going to be committed to themselves, because this
Yes.
is for you. You may have been out there saying, all I need is somebody to give me an opportunity. I'm going to get everything in order. So here's
Right.
your opportunity to be entered into the giveaway. You need to tag someone in this broadcast, like and share, and then you will need to claim your prize within 24 hours from the date that the person is announced, and you will need to claim and schedule your pre-interview. Just because your name is pulled don't mean that you may be the winner, because you may decide I can't do this right now, and we don't want to hold up nobody else. So that's why we're giving you 24 hours to claim and schedule your pre-interview. And then once it's been solidified, we then will announce who the winner is. So again, to be eligible, you need to like, share, comment this broadcast, then claim and schedule your pre-interview to determine if this program is a good fit for you.
Right. Because
So
you have to
let's
be coachable. You have to be
absolutely
coachable. You can't come to the table thinking you know everything and you don't. That's why we have to go through that pre, because everybody's just not a good match. So
right. Exactly. And we don't want you to go bad mouthing the Hope Show
right.
if it's determined that this is not a good fit for you,
Right.
because it's an investment, and it's just got to be the right fit. So if you think that this is for you, go ahead and enter in. All right, DJ. Tanisha R. Atkins, girl, thank you so much. Thank you for being in my inner circle, not just my circle, but my inner circle. I love and appreciate you. I love what God is doing in you, through you, for women. We appreciate you. Please come back anytime. DJ, take us all home.
Yes. I thank you for coming. Thank you. And let's go do this really quickly right before we do our shout outs.
Happy Valentine's Day, Mr. Tate. There was your present. Happy Valentine's Day, Hope fam. We love you. And listen, don't you guys be moping about Valentine's Day. If you don't have someone to give you something, be your own Valentine. Be your own Valentine. All right, Mr. Millie.
All right, y'all. So guess what? Time for our shout outs today, y'all, to close us out. Again, today I want to give everybody a shout out here on the panel, here in the comments, that are watching now and that will be watching later. I'll shout out to you. Thank you guys for tuning in. I love you. Peace.
Love it. Tanisha or Atkins, your shout outs, girl?
I just want to shout out to the Hope fam because you guys are just dope, and I just love this show. It's just amazing, and y'all are such a good squad. Y'all mesh really well together. So I just want to shout out to the Hope fam and say thanks for always having me on and always being so supportive of me and my brand and everything that I have going on. So shout out to the Hope fam today.
We love you, girl. Aisha Charmaine, no last name. She.
Me, hey y'all. I first just want to say, don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 5 p.m. to the Women Empowerment Summit right here on the same Hope channel, giving you an additional dose of hope. My shout outs is to you too. Y'all keep doing, keep pushing, keep moving in 2020. Let's get it. Let's go.
Love it. You know, Sandra Nams, we love you. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for being a part of the Hope fam. You know, to all of our first time watchers, whether it was via YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, via Facebook, we love you. So thank you for being here. To the love of my life, my husband, thank you so much, Mr. Tate, for being who you are. We just love you, love you. I love you, love you. I'm in love with you. I'm your Valentine's gift. I'm your strawberry. Come unwrap me. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that. So in closing today, we just want to remind you that sometimes we have to be the hope that we need. And it is possible for you to be that hope. We always like to end with, all days are good. All days are
Some
good.
are just better.
See you next week, everybody. See you tomorrow. Don't forget to turn in tomorrow. Nita Thomas, I love you, girl. Thank you for sticking around. Clint Tillman, boy, let us know how that mended fence is going. Let us know about that broken fence. We're glad to see you in the house. We love you. We love you. We love you. We love you.
What's up? You just stepped into the neighborhood with the Hope Show. Welcome to the neighborhood where we help others prevail each and every single day. Every day, baby. Pull up a chair and let me talk to you. Know you be going through some things that got you feeling like ceiling. This is your place of transformation and revealing. Just in your ground. I got a feeling. Your life is about to be transformed by the transformational coach. And check it out, you just been on. So grab your pen up in your pad and take your notes to the assignment given by the Hope Coach. It's about to go down. Your life about to shift with these words of wisdom and inspiration, taking you up on the elevation. Just like an elevator, tell your problems bye bye bye. See you later. Cause it's about to be transformation in the Hope Coach Show. It's about to be transformation in the Hope Show. So welcome to the neighborhood, baby. We got the Hope Coach in the building, helping you to transform your lives, help you to deal with conflict and resolution. Matter of fact, before we get started, let's adjust your crown. Is you a king? You a queen? Oh, Coach, you ready? Welcome to the neighborhood. Let go.